by that. I think you're going to have a massive buying opportunity here. We may have already seen it in the 9,000, so yeah, I might be trying to be too cute with this, but there's too much money coming into this market. You're going to have an opportunity to have a generational buy in Bitcoin sometime, I would say in the next 6 months.
This game will give you an adventure, and this game will give you a challenge. What about that game? When you play that game, days will blur together. Regular meals are a thing of the past. Friends will become concerned, and the whole time you'll be unsure if you're even having fun.
One eternity later.
Bitcoin, please go to moon.
What's going on, guys? It's K-Dub here with another episode of CryptoZombie. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having an awesome day today. Now, having a look at what is going on in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. So we do have Bitcoin up slightly today, 1%, but the altcoins are really coming out to play. We have XRP, BNB, Tezos, Algos, Synthetics, Ethereum trying to get above that $400 level, barely affected by the Bitcoin dip. Now, it wasn't surprising that Bitcoin did have a little bit of a pullback, right? We had extreme greed in the Fear and Greed Index up at 80. Last month, we were sitting at just 41. Having a look right here, though, we are having a very similar fractal, and I showed you in yesterday's video, Bitcoin did something almost exactly the same pattern as we're having right now back last year, and I showed you exactly what we could expect. I want to show you two possibilities we could expect from the Bitcoin price in the short term, and if, by the way, you were shaken out by this move from 2 days ago, well, maybe you're just a little bit overextended into crypto, or you just might be new to cryptocurrency because let's be honest, after a few months in this space, you get absolutely used to 10%, 20%, 30% moves in either direction. And really, all this was an opportunity to essentially just buy the dip. But we're going to talk about all that today. Also, I need to talk about the fact that we have DeFi absolutely exploding and Ethereum, if we have a look at the monthly chart, is absolutely killing it compared to Bitcoin up 23%, Ethereum up 70%. And I get a lot of people asking me about, different dApps and stuff like that. Now, obviously, we've seen exchanges as the primary use case for Ethereum-based dApps, for example, right? But also you notice it's used a lot for gambling and also NFTs and stuff like that. Well, in today's video, I'm going to show you one particular Ethereum dApp that I've actually been using for the past month to actually gain some passive Ethereum income, and I've actually been able to make about 20 ETH in the past month. Yes, you heard that right. Absolutely passive. Now, I've held off on making this video because I wanted to test this dApp. Lots of these dApps turn out to just be scams, but basically I want to show you today one dApp that I've been using that I've had a lot of success with, and I do want to share it with you guys today. Not financial advice. This is just what I'm doing. That'll be a little bit later, but that being said, guys, also, we're going to push the Ledger Nano S giveaway until tomorrow, so if you do want to enter to win, I'm giving you guys one more day. So drop a comment on today's video, and we're going to give it out tomorrow. And without further ado, if you're not subscribed, consider it, and let's dive into the charts. So, having a look at Bitcoin right here. Yes, we did have our beautiful, beautiful monthly close right here for the month of July, and so far August has been quite a shaky month, so far putting in a bit of a doji candle. Now, having a look right here, you will notice that even though we did have this massive 13% wick all the way down to the $10,560 level, you could see that essentially we were basically just trying to retest this area right here, which acted as our previous resistance. Now, currently Bitcoin is still on this upward trajectory, so we haven't really lost the overall trend. Now, this is on the 4-hour chart. Now, Wealth Theory came out and he says, I have to be honest, when I see simultaneous flash crashes across all crypto coins, I lose faith in the sector. I know people say that's crypto, but it also seems like coordinated manipulation. Bitcoin needs to grow out of that, and it hasn't yet. Well, that is one possible way you could look at it. However, having a look at the overall macro chart for Bitcoin, let's be honest, we really haven't spent a lot of time up in this region. So we were at a very critical level, and anyone who bought Bitcoin pretty much any time in the history of Bitcoin's existence, with the exception of just this little area up here and up here, you were basically up. So that does potentially create a lot of selling pressure when everyone that's pretty much gotten involved is in profit, right? However, like Kevin Svensson said, Bitcoin just saw the weekly candle close. We closed above all major resistance levels. This is bullish. So even if Bitcoin was to have another potential 10% drop or 20% drop, we had the bullish monthly close and we had the bullish weekly close. So this is extremely good for the midterm, especially for Bitcoin. Short term, sure, things could get a little crazy. In fact, having a look at this short term resistance that we have right here, you still notice that Bitcoin is struggling right here on this trend line. Look right here. I've showed you guys this multiple times over the past few weeks. We've had resistance here, resistance here. Now, during this period right here, it actually acted as a little bit of support. We had resistance here, and currently we are having resistance again. So this is a very critical level for Bitcoin. Keep in mind, when you move above this level, there's not a lot of volume range profile. There's really not a lot of resistance. What resistance do we have above 12,000? 14,000? A little bit around 17, the 20K top? Not much, guys. This could easily double in price. And, you know, it is nice to see that the Fear and Greed Index is, in fact, pulling back a little bit. Now, I do want to talk about this pattern that we're looking at. Now, you could argue that potentially this looks like a bit of an inverse Bart Simpson pattern, right? Where this is actually the top of his head, and then we could just pump right back up to these levels. However, there also is a chance that we drop to the downside as well. I have seen it go in both cases. Now, let's have a look right here. So from top of this wick, essentially down to where we're sort of hanging out right now, is about a 7.5% move. Now, if we go back to our original chart right here, and we have a look at this area where we had a lot of the previous resistance turn support from where the current price is right now, and we pulled down about 7.5%. Well, would you look at that, guys? That brings us basically right down to retest the previous resistance turn support. We get back into this blue zone, and that would basically signal that Bitcoin is, you know, we're back at the resistance, using it as support, and I would expect a major bounce. So those are really the only two things I'm looking for to happen in the Bitcoin price, and to be honest with you, they're both bullish. Either way, if we pump up and fill the, you know, we do the Bart Simpson pump to the top, I consider that to be bullish. And if we go to the bottom, I also consider that to be bullish as well. Now, having a look right here, if we do go all the way back, you notice that we are still on a bit of a trend. But the one thing I wanted to point out is if we do zoom in to that sort of move that we did have way back in May of 2019, and this was in yesterday's video, that was the fractal that I said had crazy similarity. We actually did come down here with the fake out, right? And then when we pulled back up here, we started to go sideways, and look, we put in an upside down Bart Simpson pattern. So like I said, that is one possibility. And of course, guys, Bitcoin stock to flow, we are still on basically exactly where we should be in the model. So having a look at what Crypto Bull says, he goes, yes, I found the target. And essentially if Bitcoin was to repeat basically the 4,600% move that we had last time, basically you'd be looking at about a $430,000 Bitcoin, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Fundamentally speaking though, check this out, guys. Bitcoin realized market cap just hit an all-time high. So bullish on the fundamentals, bullish on the technicals. Could we have a short-term pullback? Absolutely. Anything is possible, but we need to talk about Ethereum. Ethereum had absolutely no problem breaking out of this blue box territory. You could see that between here we had the previous resistance, which was back on June 26th of 2019. Bitcoin had its flash crash. Ethereum came all the way down to about $324, instantly wicked up on the exact same day and closed above the box. This is insane, guys. So as you know, Ethereum has been absolutely smashing it, especially in the past month. Even though Bitcoin has had its pullbacks, Ethereum continues to move forward up over 70% in the same time that Bitcoin is only up 23%. 3%. A lot of this has to do with the huge DeFi boom that's been going on lately. We just crossed $4 billion. Now we're at 4.18 billion, and the Ethereum dApp space is absolutely booming. Now, I've had a lot of people ask me about Ethereum dApps, different types of DeFi questions, exchanges. You have NFTs, right? Are there any of these products that I use? Well, yes, I do use decentralized exchanges, but as far as dApps, let's be honest, the majority of the dApps really are usually, as you can see right here, high risk or gambling dApps, right? So are there any dApps that I actually use myself? Well, yes. Today, guys, I want to go into one specifically that I have been using. I've actually been using it for over a month now. Haven't really talked about it because I wanted to test it out, try it out for myself. And by the way, I'm not recommending that anybody actually goes out and puts money into this. I just wanted to share my experience today on this particular dApp, and I've actually been able to earn passively 20 ETH. Now, keep in mind, the price of Ethereum has been up 70% this month alone. So not only have I been able to make passive dividends on this app, but I've also increased my dollar value because Ethereum has been going up as well. So that dApp is Ethereum Capital, or Ethereum Gold, or GAN-TG. Now you're probably asking me, well, what is this? Well, basically it's all the exact same dApp. In fact, it's the contract in the background that's running this. So there's multiple different websites that represent this particular Ethereum dApp, and the same way that you could change the logo of a token or change the website of a token, this actually has multiple websites, basically just for, I guess, whatever way you want to look at it. This one, originally the contract came out, it was specifically designed for India. By the way, I know the guy behind this who created this. He's been a CryptoZombie subscriber and supporter for years now, and he actually developed this 2 years ago. So yeah, this is definitely proven that it is a legit dApp. We're going to get into how it works, but I like using the Ethereum Gold interface. This actually calculates it in Ethereum, and you can also see you can use Ethereum Capital, which calculates it in dollars. Now, all of these are the exact same contract. Even if any of these websites was to get completely deleted, doesn't matter. The contract is on Ethereum. It's immutable. It's not going anywhere. You can't lose your money. But let's talk about what Ethereum Gold is. So just to be clear, before we even get any further into the video, I am not talking about Ethereum Gold over here on CoinMarketCap number 1,353, and I am also not talking about the Ethereum Gold project. I have no idea what these two cryptocurrencies are. They have absolutely nothing to do with the video I'm making today. They are not affiliated with each other. As I said, guys, Ethereum Gold is simply just one name for the website that deals with this smart contract. So please don't go out and go buy these two tokens. I have no idea what they are, and they have nothing to do with the video. As you can see right here, I do have my wallet disconnected, obviously for some privacy. I hope you can understand that, but I have been using this for the past month. So what is this contract? Well, basically, it is a very simple buy and sell feature. So essentially, you buy these Ethereum Gold tokens, okay? They're called Ethereum Gold tokens. On another website, they're called the GAN-TG tokens. They're the IND. It doesn't matter. It's the same contract. I can't stress that enough. So in this particular instance, I'm just using the Ethereum Gold website. This is the interface that I'm used to. It's the equivalent of maybe you like using Ledger versus MetaMask or whatever interface you want to use, right? So basically what you do is when you buy into this contract, you can see right here, there's a 10% dividend distribution. So you actually buy gold tokens, and by holding these gold tokens, you guarantee a percentage of all of the money that is distributed. So how does the money get distributed? Well, it's very simple. It basically depends on volume, buying in and selling the tokens. So every time somebody decides to buy some gold tokens, 10% is taken away from that purchase and distributed in ETH amongst all of the holders. Then, when that person decides to sell, another 10% is taken out of that sell order and distributed amongst all the holders. So ultimately, 20% gets taken out in total, right? So how can you benefit this if you're getting 10% taken out when you buy in and 10% taken out when you buy out? Also, this sounds like a pyramid Ponzi scheme. Well, that's what I thought when I first heard about it 2 years ago. My goodness, I wish I had invested then. We'll get into why it is 100% not a pyramid or a Ponzi scheme in just a bit. So, having a look over here, one thing I want to point out before I even talk about how this works, you do need to download MetaMask. Now, MetaMask is a Web3 Ethereum wallet. If you don't have MetaMask, you could just go to metamask.io and you can download it. You can see right here, they support it for Chrome, Firefox, or Brave browser as well. I'm not going to go into how to use MetaMask, but if you're interested, you can check out this tutorial that they have over here. They go into how to use it, how to buy, etc., all that. But back to basically what Ethereum Gold is. So like I said, essentially you just buy in and 10% is taken out. And then if you sell, 10% is taken out as well. But here's the interesting thing. Every time somebody buys gold tokens, the market cap, as you can see right here, which is at $3.4 million, also goes up. So this is very similar to just when you buy and sell altcoins as well, you know, if you just were to use a regular exchange. So let's talk about exactly what is going on with this. Well, basically, this mitigates the risk of fast dumping by penalizing sellers for doing so. If there is a sell-off period, you will be collecting dividends as well as gain a larger portion of the total token market share in the process. This way, those who dump to time the market and perform swing trades, selling high and rebuying low, will be risking a lot and losing out on soaking up all those precious dividends. If you prefer to sit back and play it safe, you will profit off the madness of the greedy whales and weak-handed alike. Now, you might be saying to yourself, well, it sounds a lot like a Ponzi scheme. It sounds like people need to be buying in order for me to make money. Well, that is actually not the case, because the way that a traditional Ponzi pyramid works is basically a guy at a top sells something to people at the bottom, and then they sell it to more people, they sell it to more people, they sell it to more people, and all the money from the bottom gets trickled up to all the guys at the top. That is technically not the case with this contract. Now, arguably, you could say, well, the people who are in it longer are doing better and they're making more money. Well, yes, but that's because the way that this contract is designed is to reward people who hold longer. The more of these tokens that you hold, the more Ethereum Gold tokens that you hold, the bigger percentage of the pool that you have. Now, let me explain to you why this is totally not a pyramid. Every time somebody buys or sells the token, the Ethereum Gold token, the price changes 0.00000001 higher upon buy and 0.000001 lower upon sell. So there's basically a built-in decentralized exchange, right? And it's all based on contracts. It cannot be manipulated. And I'll get into that in just a bit if you're worried about, the contract having any loopholes or not being legit. We've had it audited over 8 times and this thing is unbreakable. But anyway, you can see right here, if you keep your tokens where they are, you receive 10% from every buy or sell based on your current share of tokens. You can convert your current token stash into Ether, where it will sit in your dividends pool, and it's stored in Ethereum, not in tokens, and you can literally withdraw these tokens or this Ethereum at any time that you want. Now, here is the interesting thing. You can see right here, this was created all the way back in 2018. This thing is still running. It is still going. Now, you can see recently it has gained a little bit of popularity. It actually has had a bit of a pullback now if you're looking to get a cheaper opportunity to buy into those tokens. But it is absolutely 100% verified. You can come over here. You can have a look at the contract itself. In fact, there's been many YouTubers that have actually gone into the code and audited the code to look at it to make sure that it is absolutely 100% legit. And even on their website itself, they ask the question, frequently asked questions, is this secure? Well, like I said, I know the creator of this personally. And the interesting thing is they have removed all of the administrator rights. So this contract is just running on its own on the Ethereum blockchain. Nobody can access it. There are no backdoors. There are no special privileges. Not even the creator of this contract itself can edit it. So it's forever running out in the ether of Ethereum. Kind of interesting. And yeah, so that's basically that situation moving forward. So like I said, guys, if you want, you can have a look at this. See what you think. And yeah, I mean, if you want, I'll connect my wallet and I'll show you guys. I have taken some of my profits out, but I'll show you that I have made some dividends. In fact, I don't even know what I have right now. So I'm going to connect my wallet. Obviously, I'm going to just, blur this out for my privacy if you don't mind. But basically, I'm going to connect right here and then boom, look, it just loaded live in front of us. Obviously, I have the sensitive information blocked out. And right here, right where I'm sitting, you can see that I have 2.9 in total dividends, and that by today's date is about 1,136 USD. Now, I've been making about 1% per day on this. Now, keep in mind, this is based on volume. It's not based on, days. It all depends on how much people are buying in or selling out, right? But ultimately, if you lose 20%, essentially, right? Because the contract takes the 20%, 10% on the way in, 10% on the way out. In 20 days, you're already breaking even, right? And one more thing I wanted to just mention super quick, getting back to the whole, is it a Ponzi pyramid scheme? Well, in a pyramid, the last person who buys in is the one who gets penalized, right? If you're the last guy to buy in, you lose all your money. There's no more money coming in. Therefore, you're the sucker, BitConnect, right? And you lost all your money. Now, if we actually have a look at this contract over here, that's not the case. If you were the absolute last person to buy into the, say you bought right here, all the way at the top. You bought way at the top. You're the last person to buy. And from that point, the price just kept tanking. The token's value just started depreciating and you lost all your investment in the token. Well, guess what? Every single time that somebody sells, you're getting dividends. Also, the token price decreases, which is, unfortunate, but those tokens are also being burned. So you are becoming a bigger whale by holding longer. So technically, if you bought all the way at the top, like the absolute tippy top of the price, but you didn't sell, you held all the way down to the bottom. Let's say the price crashed 95%, the project totally died, and everybody left. You would be the biggest holder of tokens and you would have collected dividends all the way from the top, all the way down to the bottom. So realistically, the way that you lose out on something like this is by selling too soon. Okay? In my opinion, is this risky? Sure, all of these are risky, but so are buying altcoins. We've seen look what happened with Ampleforth the other day. What happened with Matic, right? In the beginning of the year. We've seen these coins drop 75%, 100% in a day. Not 100%, but maybe 80% in a day. However, on Ethereum Gold, yes, technically you would lose your token value, but you would be collecting dividends all the way up, all the way down. So really, volatility is where the money's made, and this is designed to really help the long-term hodlers. And basically, guys, long story short, last year alone, this was up 800%. So check it out, guys. If you're interested, Ethereum Gold, Ethereum Capital, GandhiG, whatever you want to call it, it's all the same contract. By the way, they do offer a referral program. I am not going to drop my referral link below, because honestly, I'm not interested in making referrals. I actually genuinely believe in this project and I think it's going to do very well. No, I wouldn't go throwing, everything you have into it. And no, this is not a get rich quick. This is just one of those sort of passive income, set it, forget it, not financial advice, but I put a small portion of my portfolio and I'm just going to ride it out. I'm just going to forget about it. So as you can see right here, guys, also look at this. I have 0 referral earnings. I have not shilled this to anybody, and I'm not even going to give you guys my referral link today because honestly, I just don't really care about making referrals. I believe in this and I personally invest in it. So if you want to just not do this, fine. Doesn't matter to me, guys. I believe in it. I'm invested in it. And I'm here for the long run on Ethereum Gold or Ethereum Capital or GandhiG or whatever other websites are created around this contract. At the end of the day, it's the same contract. Let me know what you guys think. That's my review. yeah, so if you want to look at a tutorial, there's tutorials online, but that is basically the rundown of, that. And like I said, guys, even if the website was to go down, doesn't matter. It's a contract. You can still access it through the Ethereum blockchain. So let me know what you guys think. Are you looking into Ethereum Gold? Like I said, please do not invest in this. Yes, everything is inherently risky. I'm not trying to make any money off of this. I'm not trying to sell you a referral. This was certainly not a sponsored video, but lots of people ask me about Ethereum dApps. And I mean, with the exception of exchanges, I don't really use too many of them, but Ethereum Gold, definitely one I've been using. So that being said, thank you so much for coming back to the channel. You guys rock. You're the reason that I do this every single day. If you're interested in any of the links below in the description, they will be there. So have a look, have fun, be safe out there. Keep in mind, crypto is a crazy volatile space, but hopefully, guys, now you understand why I don't really like a lot of these dApps. Some of them can be very suspicious, but this one is time tested. I do believe in this one, and I am invested in this one. So just a small portion of my portfolio, if I was to lose everything invested into this today, wouldn't affect me. And that's exactly how you have to be with these types of things. Don't go trading or investing the mortgage payment away, right? So thanks again for coming back. You guys rock. My name's K-Dub. This is CryptoZombie. Until next time, stay crypto. And of course, peace out.